una vez que me pinché yo solo, lo, fue en el comedor. Y allí yo me cogí el gordo y me pinché con la insulina.
AYUDA, American Youth Understanding Diabetes Abroad, was established with the vision of a youth-led organization that would educate young people with diabetes throughout the Americas. Our philosophy is that youth can serve as agents of change. Since AYUDA was founded in 1996, it has become the driving force for diabetes advocacy in Ecuador. AYUDA established a national annual diabetes overnight camp called Campo Amigo Ecuador, which serves more than 100 kids each summer. Campo Amigo Ecuador seeks to bring children with diabetes together in a recreational, educational, and safe environment. Together, the campers learn from one another, have fun, and realize they are not alone with diabetes.
Basically, this is a great opportunity for people like myself to come and make a difference in the lives of children who are less fortunate than I have been. And with diabetes, it's been an amazing progress for myself as well to realise what these children have to deal with, particularly with the lack of resources that they have here.
Each year, the success of Campo Amigo depends on the volunteers that participate in the program. We are seeking responsible leaders who are excited about working with kids in a friendly, challenging, and dynamic environment. AYUDA volunteers typically consist of a diverse group of high school, college, and graduate students, as well as medical professionals.
The one moment that I felt really good about my job here was when I saw that the kids here at the beginning of the camp, they were very dependent on us, the monitors, to do everything for them. And then towards the end, they became very independent and learned how to take care of their diabetes, and just touched me very closely.
I think the biggest thing, the reason why I keep coming back to Campo Amigo Ecuador is the kids. And the whole reason why we come down here is to help the kids out, and each year you see the same faces you saw last year, and you really look forward to seeing them each year.
AYUDA volunteers will work as part of the camp staff that is comprised of Ecuadorian youth leaders, medical professionals, and international staff. Before participating in Campo Amigo Ecuador, AYUDA volunteers live with Ecuadorian families that are part of the local diabetes organization. They take Spanish classes and undergo an intensive diabetes training program to prepare for daily life at camp. AYUDA attracts volunteers with a variety of interests and goals. Whether volunteers come to improve their Spanish, immerse themselves in Ecuadorian culture, work with children, or learn about diabetes, they all leave with an incredible commitment to the children of Ecuador and the satisfaction of knowing they've made a difference.
I've realized a lot of changes in the kids. From the first day I saw them that they were pretty scared. They didn't really know what was going on. And now it's being that it's Thursday, I've seen a lot of changes. Some of them, the kids are starting to realize that diabetes isn't really a disease, but it's more of a condition, a lifestyle. And they're starting to realize that they can live perfectly normal lives like any other person that doesn't have diabetes.
What I like most about this camp is that you have individual moments with the individual campers where you really feel like you've accomplished something. And what you've accomplished is for their sake, when they inject themselves for the first time and then they get this big smile across their face and they're just so pleased with themselves. I have 6- and 7-year-old boys, and each one of them has made a specific accomplishment. One is afraid to test his glycemia, another is afraid to inject himself, and both of them have been able to do so on their own, so it's really exciting.
After my first year, I realized how much AYUDA was changing my own life. Not to mention the kids that I was with, I was changing their lives as well. One of my campers my first year down here, his name was Jonathan. He he lives in a small town. There's only one telephone in the entire town in the pharmacy. He lives with 7 people in a garage and doesn't have enough money to pay for insulin, anything, until AYUDA started helping out. Ever since, he's been getting access to supplies. So when he was in my group, we spent a lot of time trying to fix his doses, making sure he was all right by the time he left camp. And the last day of camp, I'll never forget, checked his blood sugar 12 times. The boy hadn't checked his blood sugar once all year, and every single test he did was within range. And we dropped him off back in his town when we were on the bus on the way back to Quito. And when we dropped him off, I got off the bus with him, met his parents outside the garage door, showed them his blood sugars, told him what he'd learned, that he was doing a lot better. His mom started crying. His dad went back inside, brought out a watermelon, and handed it to me, and started crying as well. And I also started crying. It was an incredible experience. And every year, I keep coming back. St. Jonathan, we keep in contact during the year, and I have a strong relationship with him, along with the many other kids that every year I get to know.
Vem com a gente, quero ver geral pirado. Nessa dança muito louca, eu não quero ninguém parado.
E jogue seus braços pra trás, balança seu pescoço. No swing da batida, com o morto muito louco.
Campo Amigo Ecuador is not only a camp, but a community. It's about hope, compassion, and friendship. As our motto says, Juntos somos más fuertes. Together, we are stronger.
Nessa dança